Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. I'm so glad you've come and decided to join us today because today's haul, my Friday haul, is the biggest amount of savings I've ever had in the 6 years of doing this. I've saved the most money today. So please stick with us to the end to see the total value of this haul and the amazing savings we've made today. Okay, that being said, I'll pop my glasses on, and as usual, I'll go through the item I've bought, the cost I've paid, the price it would have been in the supermarket, and the savings to me. So the first item on the list is malted biscuits. Now I've paid 42 pence for this packet today. It was a 2 item. It would have only cost me 45 pence in the supermarket, but it's a 3 pence saving to me. Second item is 2 packets of bean sprouts. Now they were completely free to me today, and they will freeze, they will go in the freezer, and 1 bag can be used for a stir fry straight away. I say I got them for free, would have cost me 52 pence in the supermarket, so 52 pence saving. I got 3 onions, and judging by the strength of these onions, because we keep getting them in the same place, judging by the strength and the taste, I do believe these are Spanish onions. So I got 3 today. I've paid 20 pence for the 3 of them. Would have cost me £1.29 in the supermarket, so £1 9 pence saving. And look how beautiful these look. They're a bit mucky, the dry ends will be cut off, but red spring onions, they will be lovely in a salad or a tabbouleh or something like that. So I paid 20 pence for those red spring onions. They would have cost me £2 in the supermarket, so it's a £1.80 saving. I got 4 decent sized carrots for 20 pence. Would have cost me 50 pence, so a 30 pence saving. And a nice little tin of water chestnuts. And we just like the crunch of those in certain meals, don't we? So we'll enjoy them. They cost me 20 pence, would have been £1.15 in the supermarket, so a 95 pence saving. Another jar of peanut butter, which is a regular. I've paid 20 pence for that. We do prefer the smooth over the crunchy. Oscar and I both prefer the smooth. I paid 20 pence, would have cost me 99 pence in the supermarket, so it's a £1.79 saving. I'm sorry, but if you see me wafting, the fruit flies won't leave us alone. We keep checking every corner. There's nothing out that they can normally get at. We don't know. We think it's just the weather and possibly the work that's being done on the bathroom. We just don't know. But it's a bane of our life at the minute, these fruit flies. I got a small tub of tomato and mascarpone sauce. I've paid 20 pence for that. It would have cost £1.95, so £1.75 saving. Oscar's eyes lit up when he saw that. Nice. I know, yeah. A pack of ramen noodles. I've paid 42 pence for those. They would have cost me 90 pence in the supermarket, or 48 pence saving. As you know, in the church, when we pick eggs up, there's always only 3 in the box to make sure that there's enough for everyone else. There's a little top up, 3 is plenty for 20 pence. Had I bought just 3 eggs in the supermarket, it would have cost me 75 pence, so it's a 55 pence saving. This was a nice little find today. So it's 1.2 kilos of coated chicken mini fillet tenders. Oscar will thoroughly enjoy them, and I'll enjoy the odd one. I've paid £2.50 for those mini fillets. They would have cost me £9.99 in the supermarket. So what's that? £7.50, £8.49 saving. Absolutely amazing. That's not actually right, but a big saving. And again, I was able to get the sausages. Now today, They were advertised at 50p a pack, and it was buy one get one free. So I got 2 packs for 50p. So I picked up 4. No, for £1, sorry. So I picked up 4. So it's cost me £2 for 4 packs of sausages. Had I bought them in the supermarket at £3.49 per pack, they would have cost me £13.96. So it's an £11.96 saving. And the delicious sausages, they're a classic pork sausage, and they're amazing. We call it breakfast sausage because we're mainly eating them for breakfast at the moment, aren't we? And again, the same with the burgers. They were £1 a pack, buy one get one free. So I got 4 packs. I paid £2. They would have been the same price, £13.96 for 4 packs. So it's a saving of £11.96 to me. Absolute wonderful double up of savings there. Amazing. As usual, my regular pack of Iceland burgers. I've paid 20p for those burgers. They would have been £1 in the shop, which is an 80p saving. A nice curly lettuce over here. Again, I've paid 20p for that curly lettuce. We've got none left in the garden at all now. Ours have all shot. So 20p for curly lettuce would have cost me 80p in the supermarket. So it's a 60p saving. Absolutely amazing. And I got 8 potatoes. Well, 9. There's 3 little ones and 4 medium-sized ones. I paid 20p for all of those potatoes. Would have cost me £1, 10p in the supermarket, which is a 90p saving. And with me canning the cheese, well, with Mr. Wallflowers canning the cheese, should I say, I decided to pick up a nacho kit. I've opened it because I wanted to show Oscar the contents of it. I picked up a nacho kit and I thought he'd make himself a little weekend meal, and he's quite happy with that. So I've paid £1.26. You can see it's a 3 item, so it's 3 times 42p. Had I bought that in the supermarket, it would have cost me £3.75. This one is absolutely amazing. So this is an 18 kilo of caramel sauce, and these were actually free in the Fair Clement Food Initiative today. We struggled, but we eventually got it in the back of the car. It was too heavy for one, so all 3 of us persevered and carried it. I've actually got that absolutely free. Had I purchased that anywhere else, it would have cost me £27.29. The same thing with the, there's another label on it somewhere. So this is basically strawberry syrup, which can be used on ice cream, in muffins and cakes, fill the centre of muffins, do tray bakes with them, etc. So got that completely free. This one's 13 kilograms. Had I bought that online or in shop, it would have cost me £28. Absolute blown away with those 2 today. And my creative juices are thinking tray bakes, muffins, possibly fudge, possibly canning the caramel and the syrup, making sure we've got some for a later date. If you've got any ideas what I can use these 2 products for, please feel free to add in the comments, and use your creative juices, and let's see how this can be used, because I just think that's absolutely amazing. It'll take us way past the winter. Yeah, absolutely fabulous. Next item is 2 tubs of the double cream. I paid 50p a tub for the double cream. Had I bought them in the supermarket, it would have cost me £2.98 for 2 of them. So it's a £1.98 saving, which is absolutely amazing. Now, along with that caramel and strawberry, there was another freebie, and it's all written in a foreign language of some sort. I don't know which one. Is it Italian? So it's called Crema Mou Variegato. We researched it and researched it, really nicely. We discussed it with the lady in the cafe, and we said, we've seen these tins outside and we're really curious. We can't make out. This lady is Eastern European. I don't know it. I think she's Polish, but I'm not exactly sure. She speaks excellent English, and she said it's beautiful. She said it's caramel, but a difference. It's good for making ice cream with and different things. So she actually went into the kitchen and she brought out a little sauce dish that you'd have with your meal and 3 clean teaspoons. And she said, all have a taste, see what you think. So we have lots of this to give away. We have several pallets of it. So we all had a taste. This caramel is quite loose and is something you'd pour on muffins, you pour on cake, ice cream, etc. And this one is really thick. And again, you could do a tray bake with it, you can make fudge with it, you can make ice cream with it, you can do a lot of different things with it. And she was giving us ideas. And she encouraged us to take 4 each. She said, it'll last a long, long time. Don't worry about best before date with it. Just keep it. Although it's classed as dairy, there's so much sugar and so many different things in it. She said, you will be happy to take them. So all 3 of us took 4 containers of it today, and it's quite heavy. So yeah, any suggestions or any creative thoughts on using that as well would be perfect. But when I've price cost it, to let you know about it today, each tin would have been £15 each. So that's a total of £60. And of course, I got them completely free. We all did. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. At the end, when I give you the totals, I will give you the total with these 4 cans and with those 2 buckets and the whole total of my savings. And I will also give you a price cost analysis of the savings without these added, just the basic shop, and give you a feeling of what the difference is. The next item is caramel latte cakes. Now, I've paid £1 for them. Had I purchased them in the supermarket, they would have cost me £3. So that's a £2 saving.
That's some mention, though.
Caramel, 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 caramel dimples. Hope you're enjoying this one, love. This one's for you. As usual, a Warburton's loaf. And again, I paid 20 pence for that. It would have cost me £1.40 in the supermarket, so it's a £1.20 saving. Also, a wholemeal loaf. Again, I paid 20 pence. It would have cost £1.39 in the supermarket, so it's a £1.19 saving. We like these oven bottom muffins, so I've got them absolutely free. You can see there's a reduction price on for 43 pence, but had I bought them fresh in the supermarket, it would have cost me £1.70. Some lovely sandwich rolls. Oscar's had his eye on these, and Claire said her family absolutely loved them. So the 4 sliced sandwich rolls, again, Warburton's. I got them completely free, and they would have cost £1.60 in the supermarket. And I also got 4 crusty rolls. Now these are my fave. Bit of butter on them, absolutely delicious. So I got those for free. Oh no, sorry, I got those for 20 pence. They would have cost me 80 pence in the supermarket, so it's a 60 pence saving. And again, this has been a regular, and I don't know how long it'll last, but I keep taking them and placing them in the freezer, and we're bringing them out on the regular and enjoying them. So these are garlic breadsticks. It's 3 of them for 20 pence. Had I purchased them in the supermarket, they'd be 35 pence a piece, which is £1.05 for the 3. So it's an 85 pence saving. Absolutely amazing. And this was nice to see. We've had these before. So they are 2-bite cinnamon rolls, and I believe they're from Costco. When we researched the price on them, It's actually £12.69 to buy those in Costco. I got them today for 50p. Absolutely amazing. I don't even think the date on it is out of date. 14th of August, so is that today? Yesterday. Well, I'm quite happy with that. Probably the bulk of them have been gone by Oscar over the weekend, so I'm quite happy with that. So it was a £12.19 saving. Amazing. 3 little cake bars. For just individual little rectangle cake bars with a blob of cream on. Now I got those for 20p. They would have cost me £1.50 in the supermarket, which is a £1.30 saving. A little drink I get for Oscar every now and again. So it's called Arizona Watermelon. And it's called a fruit juice cocktail. But he's 22 nearly, so if there's alcohol in it, I don't mind. But he's never mentioned it. He just keeps saying it tastes like a fruit juice. Yeah, so I've paid 20p for that. Had I purchased it in the supermarket, it would have cost me 98p, 78p saving. And we got 2 chocolate milk. Now I've paid 42p each, which is 84p. Had I got them in the supermarket, it would cost me £1.90 for the 2 of them. So what? A £1.06 saving. This was a big save. So this is Biscoff biscuit crumble, and as you can see, it's a 3 count, so it's cost me £1.26 today. And in the supermarket or online, that would have actually cost me £6. I'm trying to see how much is in it. 750 grams is in it. But when I am imagining doing a caramel slice bake, so if I add butter to the Biscoff and do a biscuit base, and do a caramel topping, possibly with some cream on top of that maybe, and do caramel square bars, and that Biscoff and that together will be a blessing. We'll enjoy that. There's a bit too much cake in today's haul for me to make that this week, but we'll make that soon. So yeah, that would have cost £6. So what? It's a £4.74 saving. Vimto fizzy pyramids. We used to call these Mambo when we were kids. And I think there's 8 in the pack. Now I've paid 84p for that pack today. Had I bought it in the supermarket, it would have cost me £2, so it's a £1.16 saving. And if we've got temperatures like this tomorrow, we'll be eating one of those, won't we? Even hotter tomorrow. And as usual, I've bought a tin of custard for the supply, and I think this one takes me up to 7, which means I'm happy with the supply. So unless we use one, I won't need to buy one next week. Paid 20p, it would have been 42p in the shop, so it's a 22p saving. And again, a tin of beans and sausage, which is something we use regularly in this house. I've paid 20p for those, would have cost 57 in the shops, so it's a 37p saving. Having a quick look through the pantry, Mr. Wallflowers and I were cooking a meal a couple of days ago, and we couldn't find any processed or marrow fat peas, and we struggled, and eventually we found 1 tin, so we knew we were running really low. So today I've picked up 2 of the tins of the marrow fat and 2 of the tins of the processed. Now we like peas. Oscar's not necessarily fussy on them, but Mr. Wallflowers and I like our peas. Sometimes we'll add a bit of extra mint to them, but we do enjoy the peas. Now for the whole 4 tins there, 2 processed and 2 marrow fat, I've paid £1.68. Had I purchased them in the supermarket for the 4 of them, it would have cost me £2.40. So that's what, nearly a £1.80 saving. No, an 80p saving, yeah. We'd also run low on gravy. These were the only two gravies I could find today. So one is an onion gravy and one is a beef gravy. So I'll take one of the large Kilner jars and I'll mix these two together to make a beef and onion gravy. And we'll use that for the foreseeable. And then next week I'll look out for two more. So we've got some in reserve, but we've completely run low on gravy granules. So I've paid £1.68 for the two of them. They're both a 2-point count. Had I bought them in the supermarket, it would have cost me £3.79. These were a little freebie, and I know Oscar always loved these when he was younger. So they're called winders. So basically you can make these in the dehydrator from fruit yourself. They're just a fruit roll-up. And Oscar says when you open the shop bought ones, they actually have a cartoon running through the paper of as you unroll the fruit roll. So I say I got two of those for free today. It would have only cost 15p each, but I just thought of the novelty for it and picked them up for him. 2 bars of chocolate munchie bars, and I've never seen the munchies in a bar like this before. My dad used to buy me munchies as a treat when I was younger, and they were quite expensive out of the sweet range. So those munchie bars were 20p each, so that's 40p. Had I purchased them at the supermarket, it would have cost me £2.50 for the 2 bars. So it's a £2.10 saving. I like the look of this. Now it's a jar of Branston pickle, and it's the small chunk, so it's suitable for sandwiches, etc. It's a 2-count, so it cost me 84p. Had I bought it in the supermarket, it would have cost me £2.80. So it's a £1.96 saving, and that's amazing. I haven't had Branston for quite a while, so I'm really looking forward to that. I bought one in the shop a couple of weeks ago in a haul like this, and it got broken. So we never actually got to use it. So this one, I'm looking forward to getting some of it. I bought 15 just 2 finger Kit Kats. And in the shop, they're meant to be 5 for £1. So if I got 15, it should have been £3. The guy served and said, I'll just charge you £2 for them. I just said, thank you very much. And he just gave me the wink and carried on. So I don't know whether it was because I purchased something else in the shop or not. So I got 15 of those just for £2, which was really nice. Had I purchased the 15 of them in a supermarket, it would have come to £5.25, which is a £3.25 profit. So everything you can see here, I haven't done the rainbow cake, have I? So the rainbow cake, I've paid £4 for that in the food initiative today. It's what we call weekend cake. If I can get a cheap birthday cake or a cheap tray cake, etc., I like to have the treat for the weekend in case visitors come, in case Crawford brings his girlfriend, and it used to be in case Oscar and Crawford visited before he moved back home. So you can see the 4 red stickers indicate I've paid £4 for this today. At some stage, it was reduced to £9. Could you see the £9 sticker? But underneath that, it'll tell you the original price. I think it's Morrison's at Waitrose. It would have actually cost £18. So I got an £18 cake today for £4, which is absolutely brilliant. So all in all, everything you can see, including all the caramel, the strawberries, the meat, the bread products, the tins, the treats, absolutely all kinds we've got here. I've paid £28.24, over budget for me, well over budget for me. So I paid £28.24. Had I bought everything here from the supermarket, it would have cost me £245.46, which gives me a total saving of £217.22. Blows me away. Absolutely blows me away. Over £200. Now, as I promised, I'll take the caramel tub off, I'll take the strawberry off, and I'll take these caramel containers off. So it brings it down to the value of the shop without these items to £130.17, which still gives me a saving of £101.93. So whichever way you look at it, with or without these big bulk free products and the bulky price attached to them, I've still saved over £100 today anyway. With them, it takes it way past the £200 mark. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So we've not only got creativity now to make fudges, cake bakes, ice cream, all kinds of projects that I can video and bring to you, and obviously for us to enjoy. I've also got everything else here, barbecue stuff in this weather is predominantly what we were looking for today, wasn't it? Because we're going to have barbecues over the weekends. Some freezer fillers, tins for the cupboard, and stock ups of things that we were actually running out of. Good quality stuff. I'm so happy with everything that we've got. How do you think I've done? Okay, thank you so much for joining us today. Please stay safe. Remember you're loved, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.